All right. So we'll quickly start the talk. But we are talking about Gen AI, right? So we saw one use case. Any other quick use case anyone want to say? हाँ ये अच्छा है. Any students here? असाइनमेंट हाँ अरे मेन चीज़ तो आई नहीं. सो व्हेन वी वर इन कॉलेज हमने एक चीज़ बनाई थी जैसे वो 3D प्रिंटर नहीं होता है तो 3D प्रिंटर में पेन डाल के हम असाइनमेंट लिखवा देते उससे. तब जेन एआई होता उसकी एपीआई बाइंड कर देते तो मतलब ख़त्म था, हम तो बेच देते. ऑलराइट. सो आई थिंक a lot of us are excited about Gen AI. And obviously Google is one of the biggest player in the space. So Google भी है, Gen AI भी है. So what's the best speaker to start with, right? So give a big applause for Manoranjan. He is the product manager at Google. He would be talking about Gen AI and a lot of other stuffs. मुझे भी नहीं पता क्या बोलेगा. So that's why I'm more excited, right? So give a big round of applause for Manoranjan.
Teji sir, follow my चलो. Okay. On ना? Okay.
मैं चेक करना है भी.
Hello. Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Manoranjan. I'm a program manager at Google and I manage Google developer groups, women tech makers and a couple of other programs like cybersecurity certifications for India. Just to brief you about DefFest is one of the biggest developer festivals that we host towards the last 3 months of the year, where all of our GDGs host DefFests. And this year we have around 55 DevFests that are happening across India, and Gandhinagar is one of them, and also one of the biggest DevFests that we are seeing. So please give a big round of applause for GDG Gandhinagar. And overall across India there are around 65,000 developers who are going to attend DevFest in person, just like you. And as I'm talking to you right now, there are 9 other DevFests that are happening parallelly over today and tomorrow. I think Ahmedabad is also happening tomorrow, so in case if anybody is going to be there, I'll see you there as well. After that, I'm going to take not a lot of time, but maybe 15-20 minutes to talk about Bard, to talk about Gemini, which is our latest offering that we recently got out with, as well as how you can use generative AI being a student or being a startup, or just in your day-to-day life, even if you do not fit any of your criterias. And just a conversation with you on what kind of a power user you are for generative AI. In plain terms, generative AI is a type of AI which gives you answer when you enter prompts. To be very, very specific, right? It reacts to whatever you are asking it. And Bard is one of our Bard is one of our offerings, which is user facing, which a developer can use in their day-to-day life to leverage generative AI. Second is Duet AI, which was just publicly made available on the 13th of December, literally 2-3 days back. If you are using any of our G Suite products, you will be able to use Duet AI as well. Google is an old company, right? And we have been there in the forefront of technological advancements that whatever the world of tech has seen. And now with, great power comes great responsibility. So it is also our responsibility to make sure AI is helpful for everyone, as well as AI is safe for everyone, right? If there are no much filters, it can literally go anywhere from giving the answers, right? So there are a lot of checksums, lot of blockers, and lot of filters in place so that the results that you get are something sane and doesn't really incite something. Still, always take whatever agent you are using with a pinch of salt. Bold and responsible together. Just to give you an overview of what our products are doing or how people are using our products. So far, since the launch of Google Lens, we have seen 12 billion visual searches a month right? There was a time when you would see something and you would go back to books to compare what that particular thing is. Could be a flower, could be a car, or could be literally anything. Now you can just take out your phone, open the Google search app, click on the lens option and point it to the object that whatever you are seeing, and it would outright give you a result what that particular thing is, right? This is again something we build upon the prediction API. Prediction API exists since last 12 or 14 years, right? We have come way beyond that now. Second one is maps. How many of you use Google Maps? How many of you do not use Google Maps? There's one person there. Right, hats off to you for remembering all the roads. But Google Maps has made our day-to-day life easier. Of course, we listen to a lot of feedback, right from missing the feedback where you are missing flyovers and taking the road next to the flyover. I can assure you there are updates coming which will help you with that. Zoom in exactly when there's a diversion so that you do not miss that. In case some of you are beta users of maps on your application, you would have already seen that update available where it literally tells you, hey, you have to go above the flyover, not below. So far we have 1 billion plus buildings mapped. Right from tier 1 cities to tier 3 cities. If you are using point-to-point navigation, there's now an option where you can take your phone out, open the camera and point to the road that you are walking, and it will map that road on the path of Google Map. So it will exactly tell you where you are using the walking feature on Google Map. So we continuously keep on mapping using satellite imagery or using street view and bunch of other features so that it's more and more accessible and usable for all of you. Why I'm talking all about this? Because AI is there in the back end of all of these products, right? From how much time you are going to take, how much fuel you are going to burn. It's all predicted for you. Google Workspace. How many of you use the Bard assistant on Google Workspace? Right. I'll give you an example. Last week I had to write a mail. Not last week, just yesterday I had to write a mail to one of the consulates inquiring about one of the visa applications I had submitted, and I wanted that mail to be, in an overwhelming tone. And I can never write overwhelming mails. Leave that, I can never write a mail more than 4 lines. I like to keep it short, but I wanted this mail to be longer. So I can straight go into Gmail and ask the assistant to write that mail for me, which is much easier than getting it written in Bard and asking Bard, can you insert that template into my Gmail, or copying from Bard to Gmail, right? So what we also emphasize when we are inventing or building new things is how much accessible to user this particular thing is. It's always easier to write out a plan or ask the agent to create a plan in Google Docs itself than going to a website, asking the plan to be created, copying and pasting to it, right? Updating permissions, as well as if you are using Google Sheets, it gives you auto suggestions like, would you want to switch from manual entry to an automated entry based on the conditions, right? So all of these features exist. If you are a power user, you can definitely find it out. Right now, 3 billion plus people have benefited from AI powered features on G Suite. Now, just taking a step back, responsible AI at foundation. This is our progress in terms of model availability. Gemini is not there yet because it was just announced last week. So if you know, Gemini exists in 3 models: Gemini Nano, Gemini Pro, and Gemini Ultra, right? Gemini Nano and Gemini Pro is already available. And Gemini Pro was recently made available for developers to try it out on our AI workspace just on the 13th of December, and it was announced on the 6th of December. And I'm happy to tell you that Gemini Pro right now powers all of our AI products already. And Gemini Ultra would be available like around in a month or 2. And the reason we delay launches or reason you would notice that we are not always first in the market whenever these things come out is we want to make sure whatever we are building is responsibly built, does not create errors or nuisances when you're trying to use that products, because we want you to have a better experience than a botched experience just to be first in the race, right? That's also one of the reasons we take time. We make sure our products are well tested when it is publicly available. Of course, you can sign up for a trusted user or a beta user if you are somebody who want to try out before it is launched and you are okay to file bugs. That's one of the suggestions, right? So we started in 2015 with TensorFlow, and so far we have come a long way. 2023 with Gemini and 2024 with Gemini Ultra, and we would keep on building on those models, making sure it fulfills your needs or is available for whatever you are trying to build. You can go to cloud.google.com and try out Duet AI, which is right now powered by Gemini Pro. If you are interested in building something, if you are a first time user, there are certain credits available. You can definitely use that credits. We have 15 products that each serve more than 500 million businesses right now, and these products are used by everybody, I can assure you, that is present in the room. Anybody who do not use any of these products? Right. Right from using YouTube Music or YouTube to listen to music, searching for videos, using Gmail to send mails, search to search for your queries, and Android as an OS itself. This is the tagline that we started with: organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. And now we are on to making AI helpful for everyone. We have divided into two parts right now for the talk: improve knowledge and learning, boost creativity and productivity, enable others to innovate and grow, build and deploy responsibly. These are the 4 pillars, right? When we talk about improve knowledge and learning, we already had searched. We took it to the next level with what it's called SGE. It's called Search Generative Experience. How many of you have tried out SGE? If you haven't, you can go to Google Labs and switch on SGE. Right? There's an option over there. Once you switch on SGE, apart from the usual search, you can converse with your search agent, right? You can literally talk about what are the best 10 bicycles that are available in the market for a 10-year-old kid, for a 25-year-old adult, or for a 30-year adult that I can buy. It would start talking to you similar to how Google Assistant talks to you. If you can see it clearly, it's there somewhere, right? I would recommend you can try it out. Second is boost creativity and productivity. So, how many of you use generative AI agents? What is the most complex use case that you have used it for? Can anybody tell me? What was your most complex use case? Sorry? Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Yeah, this sounds interesting. Anybody else? If you're going to tell me I used it to write a complex email, it is not complex. Not right. So what I'm trying to tell is it's there, available for you. But 90% of people do not yet completely use it to the maximum power it is available for. Use cases could be comparing movies sometime, writing mails sometime, or just normal things that you could have done. But why it existed, we also want you to make your life simpler with such things available. And next step to that is making it available and then making it regionally available. That is how many languages it can speak to. Have you tried talking to Bard in Gujarati? It works, right? So that is the next thing that is always in our mind. How can we make sure, because we sit on a ton of data file that users submit to us, right? And based on that, we try to optimize things or launch new products that can make your lives easier. So second one is Bard can now collaborating using Google Lens. Initially I spoke about how Google Lens have benefited a lot of people. Now if you open Bard, there's an option where you can take Google Lens photos directly and talk to the agents about it, right? If you go to cloud.google.com and Duet AI API, you can build Bard-like interfaces using that. You can build your own agent if that is one of the things that you're trying to achieve. And there are much more things that you can do. And we keep on updating Bard. If you want to see the update log, you can go to bard.google.com about, and in the update section, you would see an entire log of what are the updates that we have done so far. This is an interesting use case for entrepreneurs and professionals that our team came up with, that we have noticed people frequently using as a prompt. I'll try to read out a few of them. It is like writing reports, improving productivity and work efficiency, creating marketing campaigns, just an example, providing customer support, generating business plans and models, managing social media, creating presentations, coding, I believe an example that most of you would have tried for, translating languages, writing copies, generating ideas. So right now, if I'm working on a project, the first thing I do is create a design document of that particular project, right? Instead of doing manually, I can ask Bard to do that for me. I can give an input in form of a template that I have used in the past and the fields that I would want to have in this new document I'm getting built with the help of Bard. So these are a few use cases that you can try out if you haven't. The only thing I would recommend is when you are trying these use cases, make sure that your prompts are very well defined sometimes. And you keep on refining it based on the results that you are getting, right? It kind of also helps us collect more feedback on how the agent is performing and if more improvements or what kind of new improvements are needed in it. Couple of prompts for entrepreneurs is sample prompt. Write a follow-up email to check in with a customer and see if they need any further assistance with their new purchase. Into that, you can add more details. The purchase was about this, the purchase was made on this date, the purchase has this much warranty, and this was the amount that was spent on the purchase. And you can outrightly use that. Another thing is generate a social media ideas for a new SaaS product targeted at SMEs. Use a conversational tool and format the result as bullet points. You can up it a bit notch. Up notch a bit, sorry, asking the agent also copy it into a document. Name the file this, then download a PDF copy of that particular file, save it here, right? And it can do that for you. The more you give instructions, the more things it will give you. It is like an obedient agent that exists for you. It is now on you on how do you leverage it and how do you use it to the maximum. These are a couple of structures with a good prompt. You can take a photo. It's like too complex. But this is the same thing that I was talking about, how prompts exist. All right. So I would leave you with this screen, maybe till the next person is announced and comes on board. But this is what I wanted to tell you, how you can responsibly use AI, what are the new things that you can build, how you can be a power user for Bard or any of the generative AI agents that you might be using, or how you can just, reskill yourself in terms of using any generative AI agent that exists. You can try out Google's AI Hub. It was just launched last week. Search for Google AI Hub and you will find the link to it. There are a couple of samples, code samples also available if you want to see how this thing works. Or you can go to cloud.google.com, do a free sign up and try out the Duet AI option that exists right now. So this brings me to the end of my talk. I'm here for throughout the day. If you have any questions or if you want to have a general conversation, happy to come and chat with you. Thank you.